Our debt spiral is a difficult one to escape, and new data shows that Americans are charging more on their credit cards and having a hard time paying down their balances. So let's get a check on American credit card debt by the numbers. Revolving credit card balances reached $645 billion in the third quarter of 2024. That's the highest level since 2012. More consumers are just making minimum payments as of the third quarter of last year. 10.75% of consumers are paying just the minimum, according to the Federal Reserve of Philadelphia. And the interest payments are going to hurt because the average credit card rate was about 21% in late 2024, according to Federal Reserve data. President Trump actually campaigned on the promise of a 10% cap on credit card rates, at least temporarily, though he didn't provide specifics and hasn't mentioned it recently. With cost of living challenges, it's no wonder credit card delinquencies are also up. JP Morgan says 2.17% of accounts had balances more than 30 days past due in the fourth quarter of last year. Accounts delinquent more than 90 days also ticked higher. Many consumers are just trying to keep up with increases in rent, groceries, and childcare expenses, with continuing pressure from inflation.
American families right now are extremely struggling. There's so much struggle going on right now in America because now you're getting to the point, man, when you're starting to use credit cards to survive. Credit cards to some people is not even a luxury thing to have, right? It's something to just have on the side to just build credit. Now people are using the credit cards for just survival, for simply just survival, because everything is getting ridiculously expensive and the average family right now is just completely struggling with it. The delinquency rate is going to go even higher. I already know it because nothing has changed. Nothing in society right now has changed for the working class to be able to get out of the hole that they're in, right? Because that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants to get out of the hole and start all over again. A paid off car used to be like the thing you wanted to do, right? Like the luxury. A paid off house, forget it. That's amazing. Well, now it's just a paid off credit card. Having no balance on your credit card right now is the new luxury item to have. That's the new flex. To walk around saying you have no credit card debt, period. Gone. That is the most critical thing that people need to achieve, which is to not have credit card debt. But I get it. During these times, it's really, really hard because a lot of families right now are just struggling right now with having credit cards. Because what else are you going to do for some people, right? For some people, they feel like they have no option, right? I'm one of them. I feel like, no, listen, you could cut back on expenses, increase your income. You can say all these things, but it gets to a limit, right? There's only so much cutting expenses you could do, and there's only so many ways you could to boost your income. We all know that's what you need to do, but right now, during these times, it's really hard to navigate, and people need answers now. People don't need answers for like 4, 5, 6 years from now. People need answers now. And that's why you're seeing everyone just struggling right now with credit card debt. They really, really need to do something about it. Now, I know Trump proposed a whole 10% cap on the interest. That's not going to happen, right? Visa and all these companies like MasterCard, they're not going to allow that to happen. Their profit right now is sky high. They're making so much money off of people right now. So much money. The interest revenue they're making is extremely high. There's just no way they're going to just give that up just to be nice, right? And if they miraculously do, you already know what's going to happen. They're going to charge additional fees. Oh, due to the revenue, we're going to increase the fees. They're going to start reducing some of the benefits that you get, the rewards. They're going to do all that, and they're going to make it a lot stricter for people to get credit cards because the 10% rate on a credit card is awesome. They could deny people as much as they want. There is no reason why they cannot deny people, and there's technically no reason at all for them to just close your account. People look at credit cards and they make them think that's like their checking account. Like that's something that I'm always going to count on. No, they could change the rate and they could cut you whenever they want. There has to be no reason whatsoever. They just don't want to borrow to you anymore. And they could just stop it. And they could reduce your credit limit. There's so many things that they can do, and that's the scary thing. So that people think like, the credit limit on the credit card is part of the annual salary. But it's not. That could get reduced. The interest rate could go up. It could just become a nightmare. And what I'm really worried about, right? What I'm really worried about is that now people are going to start using the payday loans, right? It's gonna get to that point, right? That was the most toxic debt, right? The predatory loans, all these payday loans, people are gonna start using it. And of course, Affirm, Klarna, all these companies will start expanding the options where you could use these buy now, pay later options, right? They're gonna stop doing it because there is a need out there right now. There is a big gap where people need additional income. And these buy now, pay laters and these payday loans, they're always gonna be there to provide. So for anyone out there, man, really, if you're struggling with your credit card debt, you simply need to stop the bleeding and look at your budget. Look at your expenses and see, okay, what things I have to cut. This might be a permanent cut or might be temporary, right? For some people, it's just a quick pause with your spending. Fix things like, hey, I got too many subscriptions. I got to cut back on that. I'm eating out too much. I'm going to cut back on that. Just cut back on certain things to just bring down the temperature a bit, right? To just bring down the temperature, because right now, it's a major crisis, man. And it looks like it's going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. And the only person that can make that change is going to be you, right? It's only going to be you. The American people are going to be the only ones that can make the change. Simple as that. Just relying on the government to fix it, relying on the interest rates to get capped, that's just not going to happen, man. It's just the reality that we're in right now. It's just not going to happen. And it sucks. It really does suck to see how the American families right now are struggling. But it can be fixed, right? You just have to be optimistic, be patient, and be really diligent, and you can get it fixed. You guys let me know how you feel about the credit card crisis. Drop a comment down below because I would love to hear it. Catch you guys on my next video. And stay positive, all right? Don't get stressed out. Peace.